Gail Lynn is a renowned visionary, inventor, and pioneer in the realm of frequency healing, celebrated for her groundbreaking creation, the harmonic egg. She has also created the ellipse and the lift. These innovative sound and light frequency chambers, designed with the aim of fostering holistic healing and wellness, stands as a testament to Gail's visionary approach to promoting mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. She is also the author of Unlocking the Ancient Secrets to Healing: Why Science is Looking to the Past for the Future of Medicine. Gail's journey towards becoming a pioneer in the realm of frequency healing and energy medicine was born out of personal adversity. To learn more about Gail Lynn, her transformative work, and the harmonic egg, visit harmonicegg.com. Please welcome to the naturally inspired stage, Gail Lynn.
Wow, I'm gonna meet that girl. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I really love Jason and Tammy, and I tell them that all the time. And if you haven't met the cameraman, Paul, he's awesome. And he even animated my logo, so if you need an animated logo, you know who to find. So I'm gonna tell you that this presentation can save your life. Cool? Kelly did a great presentation. I really resonate with the work that she does and what she's saying. So can we go to the next slide? Missing tones from the voice can cause illness and disease. Hopefully some of you guys are shocked by that. Most of my podcasts that I do, that's a shocking factor. Like, what? So if you would look as we go through these tones, you'll look for your zodiac sign because it also relates to your zodiac sign. So my mentor, who I learned from, is Ani Williams, A-N-I, Williams.com. And she did a voice analysis on me 2007 when I had a lot of health conditions and I was missing several tones in my voice, one of which was C. And I had just gotten out of 3 challenging careers and 2 divorces. I'm sure some of you guys can relate to the stress that's involved in that. And so I was missing the tone of C, which you can see relates to a lot of health conditions, and there's so much more. I couldn't cover it all in a 20-minute presentation. So my voice analysis was missing the tone of C in 2007, so you'll want to remember that. If you want to go to the next slide. So I'm just going to leave this up for a few seconds, but I'm going to go through the tones so you can read, you can find your zodiac sign, you can really look and see what health conditions you may have, and this is a short list. Next slide, please. So this is the tone of E. I used to do voice analysis with clients, and what I found is they were about 99% accurate. What you do is you get a digital tuner, and it's not like you get a digital tuner and say test, 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 test. We ask you in the voice analysis about your family, your relationships with your mother, your father, how your childhood was, and you'll start to see the missing tones. If you have a pain, we'll ask, okay, if you can give that pain an audible voice, what would it be? And a lot of people just go, ugh. But then we ask, what if you were to give that pain a voice, that if you didn't have it anymore and that pain was completely gone? And people will be like, oh, and that missing tone is there. So think about that. When we do a happy sigh, and you know how when you're just like done with a stressful event or a speaking engagement, all the tones are there in your voice with that sigh. I met a gentleman on the plane not too long ago. We just finished filming a documentary, and he had lung cancer. And as you can see, the tone of E with the lungs and allergies. And I had asked him if he ever did a voice analysis. Of course, he did not. He was very intrigued by the information. What if he was just missing the tone of E, and that could replenish enough to help with lung issues and more? And I wish I would have asked him, well, I asked him his zodiac sign. I wish I would have said, "Are you a Leo?" Because that would have made me more cool. But he was a Leo, and he was just fascinated by this conversation that we had on the plane. Next slide, please. One lady I met, she was a Libra, and she had won a singing bowl, and she got to pick the singing bowl that she thought resonated with her tone, and not knowing that Libra was associated with F sharp, she picked the F sharp bowl. So we know what we need. We just need to listen to our bodies. So next slide, please. So I'm a Scorpio. So the second tone that was missing from my voice when I had my voice analysis was G. And a lot of times the zodiac sign that you are born under is maybe missing a tone on the planet at that time, so it doesn't get replenished in your body. So I'm going to try to give an example of how to replenish tones, and I'm going to have to put this microphone up for a second. Easy for me to say, right? So this is called a pitch pipe. If you're a musician, you know what a pitch pipe is. And you can slide this dial around, and you can put in the tone that maybe you're seeing, oh my gosh, I have back pain. Maybe I can get this pitch pipe, and I can play that tone of G and G sharp and replenish it in my body. Wouldn't that be amazing if you could do that and the back pain would go away? Don't underestimate the power of tones. So you put all of your fingers on it and your lips. That is music to my ears. As a Scorpio, that tone of G, if you do muscle checking, I always go forward because I love it and I need it. So you can do this at home for maybe 15 minutes. What if you didn't need to go to the doctor if you just replenished your tones? So see what I'm saying? What if this information can save your life? Next slide, please. So this is just the tone of A and A sharp. I'll let you look at that for a second. And we'll go to the next slide. So this is the tone of B. And you'll see my mentor, again, Annie Williams, the voice is the only living instrument. And there's so many modalities now that we can use our voice, and it helps our DNA, or we can just use music to replenish the tones. Next slide, please. So this is her color wheel, her song wheel, and you'll see the colors associated, the zodiac signs, and the tones for each of the different keys of the musical spectrum. A lot of you are probably seeing Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard is making some waves now in frequency, and I don't resonate with his work. I mean, he is an actor, and it's great that we're having the conversations, but he says that hydrogen is the key of E in yellow. If hydrogen is one of the components of water, and water is essential to our survival, my mentor Ani says that hydrogen is the key of C in red, which to me makes more common sense because red, root chakra, key of C, root chakra, which is all about our survival. So to me, I've just debunked what Terrence said, but I love what he's saying. On the periodic table, hydrogen is 1.008 hertz, and we don't even know if the periodic table is correct. Are there new elements now? And so Terrence talks about Walter Russell's work, which I have studied, and I think it's brilliant, because I think the periodic table is probably not as accurate as we might think. So I'm glad we're having these conversations. But we have to find what resonates with us and who are we listening to. With Ani, she's got probably 40 years experience, thousands of clients she has seen and helped replenish their tones with success. And you'll hear more about the harmonic egg and how we use the harmonic egg to replenish tones. So I want people to just start being discerning and start to tune into the body language of the people that you see speaking about these things. And just because they have a lot of confidence in what they're saying, it doesn't mean it's accurate. So really tune into your innate intelligence. We're going to have a lot of AI things. We'll have a lot of, how are we going to know what the truth is? We're going to have to really be discerning and figure out what is it that resonates with us. So I've had hundreds of clients after doing sessions in the harmonic egg who no longer are missing tones. And currently I'm not missing any tones from my voice. In 2007, you guys, heard from the introduction, I had a pretty big health scare, severe cardiovascular stress, on the verge of an instant heart attack, 3 careers, 2 divorces. All of you guys can relate to the amount of stress that we have in our lives. So we have to find something that works for us to help replenish ourselves, to help replenish our tones, to reset our nervous system, to de-stress. And like Kelly was saying, sugar. Cancer loves sugar more than we do. My mother and father were both medical error deaths. It's now the 3rd leading cause of disease. And the last 6 months of my dad's life, all he wanted was sugar. He had lung cancer, diagnosed with COPD, but they were treating him with COPD, but he really had mesothelioma from working in an asbestos plant for 30 years. So, we have to, really start tuning into our bodies. But when all my dad wanted was sugar the last 6 months of his life, I was convinced that he had mesothelioma and not COPD. So it's really important what Kelly said and what the other speakers are going to say today, and just to help you guys to take your power back and start to listen to your bodies to save your own lives. Because like Kelly said, no one else is going to save your life for you. Let's see what I have on here. Next slide, please. So not only that, but this. The waveforms of instruments. So when we create the music for the harmonic egg, which we call consciously created music, I consider the waveforms of instruments just as important as the key that the music is mastered in. So what we've learned over the years is that flute really helps the liver, as well as orange light inside the harmonic egg. We've noticed that the piano, as you'll see in the next slide, the piano waveforms are similar to an EKG, so it helps the nervous system. You'll see that drumming helps build the immune system. We've done live blood analysis before and after and seeing more white blood cells. Really amazing stuff that music can do. Music is medicine. Music is definitely medicine. And you'll see that guitars, we've heard heartstrings, pulling on your heartstrings. So string instruments will help the heart come into balance, as well as the crown chakra. Next slide, please. Well, that time is flying by. I'm getting my 5-minute get off the stage mark. So there's a story of a woman, her name is Kay Gardner. She's no longer with us. But after reading about 200 books, yes, 200 books on music and frequencies and 528 hertz and the solfeggio suite, her work resonated with me more than anything else, and that's when I started to create music for the harmonic egg that utilized the waveforms of instruments as well as the keys or the tones that the music was created in. And all my protocols that I created have to do with what is your intention when you're coming in. If it's, say, Parkinson's disease, we'll probably put you on some drumming as well as some yellow and green light. So I put the music together to help with the different ailments. And so think about the songs that you love and what really jazzes you up and makes you want to dance. Tune into those and see what instruments are playing And it's probably what your body needs. You'll probably never find out that the guitar was in, A or A sharp or whatever. My friend has a cello. It only plays in the key of G, I believe he said, and 440 hertz. It doesn't sound good at 432 hertz or any other key. So these instruments also have personalities. Next slide, please. And you can just skip right by that one. So why did I create the harmonic egg? Because frequency is the future of medicine, but the future is now, guys. We're in the future. Also because the harmonic egg can replenish the tones, and the consciously created music also is high vibrational musicians with a high heart energy. So you can't help but feel the love inside of a large wooden egg. I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? Let's just go get egged. And so I use the consciousness of the Wilhelm Reichs, the Royal Riefs, the Edgar Caseys, who once said, bring sound and light together. It would be a great modality for the future. And we're sound and light beings from God, from Source. So why aren't we healing with sound and light? It just makes sense to me. And so Ani Williams is on that list of the consciousness is the only one that's still alive. But she is one of my great mentors. So I used Tesla's mathematics. I used Reif's information because Reif had some great stuff going on, but he used a universal microscope to figure out what condition to treat. Reif's frequencies today are not the same frequencies of cancer or parasites. So we really have to find more of a modality that will find the frequency that will neutralize what's going on in your body. And we need non-invasive ways of healing. Next slide, please. So, I hope you got something from this. I hope I imparted some knowledge that could save your life or somebody else's lives. The documentary that we have coming out is going to be about communities. It's going to be about love. It's going to be about music as medicine. It's going to be about how we're all one and we need to love each other. And the only thing that really separates us is judgment. And we're all on our own journey. So we shouldn't be judging anybody for their journey. So just like if Terrence Howard believes that hydrogen's the key of E in yellow, awesome. I love him anyway. So, sorry. So we need to bring more music and more color into our lives. And we need to listen to our body because it does speak. I'm going to be here all day, booth number 9, because that's Tesla's number. And we have 20% off all of our products. Books, and we have some music. We have one CD, the Love CD, 20% off all of that. And I just barely photo finish. I had 2 3D scale models built of my home unit and the harmonic egg. And they were supposed to be here Wednesday. This morning at 7:30, the post office called me and they were there. So I picked them up at 8 and they are on the table now. So I was like, whew. So thanks for your attention. Love all you guys. And we'll see you out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gail Lynn. Give it up for Gail Lynn.
you to Naturally Inspired Health Summit sponsors Gresca's C60, natural relief from free radicals, oxidative stress, and toxins. Visit c-60.com. Positive Balance, offering one-on-one guidance as you explore the benefits of natural solutions for your pet. Visit positivebalance.health. Good Brew, the coffee enhancer your gut will thank you for. Visit goodbrew.com. Children's Health Defense, protecting children, exposing harms, and seeking justice. Visit childrenshealthdefense.org. Weston A. Price Foundation, your source for accurate information on nutrition and health. Visit westonaprice.org. Light Lounge Evergreen, the secret to natural pain relief. Visit lightlounge.life/evergreen. Akamai, elevate your oral care. Visit akamibasics.com. The Harmonic Egg, wellness from within. Visit harmonicegg.com. 1360 KHNC, comforting the disturbed and disturbing the comfortable. Visit 1360khnc.com.